What's good, Green Screen Entertainment fans? Your boy Jay Green back at it again. Right now, I'm going to bring you my review for Pet Sematary. Now, this movie was the remake to the 1989 film based on the chilling book by Stephen King. This movie stars John Lithgow, we got Amy Steinmetz, and we got Jason Clarke playing the father. Now, straight off the top, I wasn't feeling this film, and let me tell y'all why. Number one, the original movie, which follows the book a little bit more close, holds a special place in my heart. My godmother showed me that movie. That was one of my first horror movies that I ever seen. And she showed it to me when I was just a little boy man, around this age. Damn, what the hell was she thinking? For those of y'all out there who have no idea what Pet Sematary is all about, it's basically about this doctor that wants to spend more time with his family. Now, what's the crime in that? He moves him to Boston, a rural area of Maine. Country, big, beautiful house. They got a big-ass backyard, acres of land. It's lovely. Until he meets this creepy-ass old neighbor. Now, this neighbor's taking him down to this pet cemetery like, y'all should check it out. The whole town knows about it. But when they get there, it's all eerie and creepy, and there's a barrier in the back. Now, of course, the dad is like, what the fuck is back there? And the old man says, nah, you don't want to go back there now. He warns him. But then the doctor, his daughter's cat gets ran over. Ugh, nasty shit. Splattered all over the fucking road. He don't want to tell his daughter that the cat is dead. He's like, fuck, what am I going to do? Then he remembers that the old man told him a little something about the barrier and what's behind there. It's like an Indian burial ground, y'all. The ground is sour, but if you bury shit back there, that shit might come back. Now you don't got to tell a daughter that a fucking cat is dead. Problem solved, right? No, because when you bury shit back there, it don't come back the same. The shit comes back ticked off, bitter, mean, angry, and shit. Now that's a pretty legit concept, right?
I think you may have something here.
But here's the deal. I'm a pretty simple dude. If you give me a movie that's just basically about I'm gonna bury some shit in an Indian burial ground or whatever, and it's gonna come back fucked up, that's interesting enough. But Stephen King, what makes him one of the masters at horror and suspense is all the different little details and intricate plot situations that he puts into the film. This movie, the actual story and concept that Stephen King came up with, deals a lot with mortality. It deals a lot with grieving. Is it your fault? Is it my fault? I don't want to let go. What will I do? What lengths will I take to get this person back in my life, or this pet, this animal, whatever it may be? And that's what that original film and book deal with. This movie right here, I feel like glazed and glossed over all of that bullshit. I know some of y'all out there probably seen this movie already, or you really want to see this movie and you're probably going to love it. But for me, it did not work. And the reason why is this. Whenever you remake a movie, sometimes you remake it shot for shot, line for line. And you know what? Sometimes that's great. I just want to see a newer version of it and go a little bit deeper into the details of the characters or the plot. That's fine. Sometimes you remake a movie and you're going to change some things and you're going to stray away from the source material. The problem that I have with this movie and how it strayed from the source material is, one, you did not let certain scenes breathe enough. You didn't let certain scenes grow and build suspense, build tension, or build character that make us more invested when some shit really jumps off. You missed that opportunity. There could have been a longer cut scene for when they go to the pet cemetery along with the neighbor, like there was in the original film. That built a lot more mystery into what's behind that barrier. That didn't jump off in this film in the right type of way, I feel. All right, y'all, now I'm gonna have to break down a couple of spoilers in order to give you my biggest gripe with this film. So I'm gonna put up this little spoiler situation, and when y'all see it go away, I'm done talking about that shit. Here we go. In the original film, the person that dies in his family is his son. His son is at a picnic along with the whole family. They playing with kites and shit. Now, it's a wide open area. The dad gives the son the kite. The kite gets out of the son's hand. The son is running towards the street. There's these trucks that drive by crazy fucking quick in the neighborhood, ridiculously fast. The dad sees the son. Everyone at the picnic's like, oh my God, get Gage. The dad's running after the son as fast as he fucking can. Somehow he can't catch up to him. That's wild. But anyways, the son gets into the street. The truck comes, boom, hits the son. It's fucking crazy. You see his shoe fly off and there's a little blood on the shoe and all that. And the dad's like, no. Now the way that they film it, phenomenal. It's an intense ass scene. Later on, they got the funeral. Now, of course, the whole family, at least his wife's family, I should say, is looking at him like it's all his fucking fault. A fight breaks out. They knock the casket down. The son's body flies out. It's fucking insane. That is what motivates the dad, this grieving, this guilt, to bury his son in the Indian burial ground, hoping that it'll come back, even knowing that the cat, when he buried the cat, came back all fucked up. He don't give a fuck. He just wants to bring the son back and hope everything's gonna be okay. So it makes sense. You're like, I feel you, dog. It was your fault. Now in this film, that shit don't happen. For those of y'all that know the original film, yeah, they flip it on us. And the daughter is the one that bites the dust. Now she's in the street out of her own accord because she's stupid and she ain't looking both motherfucking ways.
Use your common sense.
As an audience member, you can see that shit from a mile away. In the original film, you're like, wait, I don't know what's gonna happen. Are they really gonna take it there? In this movie, you knew they were gonna take it there. So I wasn't surprised at all, and I missed that surprise, that shock. You could have done it in a better way. Now, this movie is rated R. This movie held its punches. When the daughter gets hit, there should have been a big ass blood splatter all over the fucking road, whatever. They should have gone the distance and they didn't do it. Another thing that I think that they missed out on this film was giving the dad the motivation, through guilt if you will, to dig his daughter up and bury her ass in the pet cemetery. In the original film, that family gave the dad all types of shit. In this movie, all they doing is giving him side eyes and shit. That's about it. I'm telling you right now, a normal person is going to weigh the pros and the cons.
Hold on, just let me think for a minute. Can I think?
So I don't understand why the dad would truly be motivated enough to take his daughter's body outside the grave, dig this bitch up, take her all the way to the pet cemetery and shit like that, bury her, hoping that she'll come back, make everything better, but all while knowing that when they did it to the cat came back fucked up. How's he going to explain that to his wife? How's he going to explain that to his son and the rest of the family? He thinks his daughter's going to come back looking all pristine? Nah, she going to be fucked up with stitches all in her face, and when you bring her to Thanksgiving dinner, the family's going to be asking questions. Hard. Now, with all that said, I just don't think that the film developed the catalyst enough for the dad to do what he did. So for me, I'm not buying it, and it didn't work for me, and I thought that they strayed too far away from the source material.
Now you see now, you done fucked up, you know that, don't you?
Now, for those of y'all out there, if you are interested in just more of a kind of little nasty, little eerie film, you're probably going to enjoy this movie. But for those of you that are fans of the original, they didn't really build anything more into this movie, and you're probably going to be disappointed. That's what I would say. Yo, I hope I gave you enough insight and enough knowledge into whether or not this film might be for you. And if you like what you heard here, do me a favor, like, subscribe. Ya homie, I'm out.